Hello, everybody. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the Mandalorian and Grogu film. I had a blast with it, so I just kind of want to talk to you guys about it and just share with you guys my thoughts on it. But first off, I want to mention that in terms of being a fan of Star Wars, I'm a casual fan. I'm not super deep into it like I used to be. It's always been a series that I respect, but I've never fully gotten into. And in terms of the Mandalorian era of Star Wars, I've only watched up to season 2. I finished season 2. I never checked out season 3, but knowing that this movie was about to come out, I was like, dude, I should give it a chance. I should go see this film. And I went in not knowing what to really expect. So the Mandalorian is set on a mission to rescue Rada the Hutt, and it leads to a whole big ordeal. That being said, this is spoiler free, of course, so I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts. So, the Mandalorian and Grogu, oh my gosh, there was a lot of fun action. The story was really good. The pacing was pretty good as well. It felt in some ways it felt episodic. In some ways, it had chapters or episodes, sort of like the TV show would, but it was just like a TV show crammed into a movie in some ways. And so they did a really good job with it. It didn't feel rushed entirely, which was nice. The Mandalorian was amazing. His action scenes were really good. He's the Mandalorian. He kicks butt. But I was really impressed with how Grogu has grown to handle himself well on his own. So Grogu, he's a baby. He's young. He doesn't talk, but he doesn't need constant protection from the Mandalorian. He could handle himself on his own in many ways. He's still a child, of course, but he's able to be more independent than how he was in season 1. He can do things. He's not useless. He's not just the cute thing to look at, or the cute thing to look at on screen. He was a lot more than that, and I think they did really good with that. The best parts were the dynamic between the Mandalorian and Grogu, whether it was interacting on the ship, or just in certain situations where things get hard, just seeing how the Mandalorian cares for Grogu and how he just treats him like his son. It's really well done. Pedro Pascal does a great job with that in his acting. There's a lot of just good effects. It's Star Wars. I respect a lot of the visuals and the practicality behind it. Jon Favreau probably did a great job at directing this film. It was really fun. The action was amazing. I really liked the story. It felt very small scale and it felt standalone. I was worried going into this film that I would need to be caught up on everything, which I was not. And I did not feel that at all. I felt if you wanted to just check this out just as a Star Wars thing, not watching the show or anything, you'll be pleasantly surprised that you don't really need that context. And it's nice to have some context, how the Mandalorian and Grogu met and just sort of their history within the show. That context does supplement it pretty well, and just it felt standalone enough to where you are going to be fine. You don't need to be caught up on everything to fully enjoy it. Now, I will say there are a lot of things, Jon Favreau, he's a Star Wars expert. He knows the world and the lore, and there are a lot of, things. There are characters from, Star Wars Rebels, the Clone Wars that are in this film, there's a bounty hunter. I'm pretty sure he is in the Clone Wars. I know I've seen him before. I cannot remember the name of that bounty hunter, but he was an awesome part of the film, but I'm pretty sure he was seen in other things, but he was a great part of the film as well. That being said, Zeb was in it, and I'm not caught up on Star Wars Rebels. I only watched the the first few seasons. I don't know how it ends or like what happens or why he's working with the Mandalorian. That stuff I don't know, but like you didn't need that context, or you wouldn't be completely lost without it. Like if you went in not watching that, you're gonna be fine. It felt so standalone. It worked in its favor. I was worried it was gonna be a multiverse of madness situation, which it was not. So I want to just say, like, I didn't really have any strong negative opinions on anything. Again, I'm a casual Star Wars nerd. If you're a hardcore person who is deep into the Star Wars lore, there may be things that upset you, but like, if you feel that passionately, you can comment that down below. Like, what your thoughts are on certain things with the movie, but make sure you leave a disclaimer before that it does contain spoilers, just so you don't do that to people. One of my biggest negatives, and the biggest negative that I can see people being upset about, is there isn't really a lot of character development within the Mandalorian specifically. It just feels like he's working, he's doing his job, and like he makes judgment calls, and I wouldn't call that character development. It was just a choice that could be right or wrong, like morally, and he'll like do the better choice, but it doesn't really lead to any personal growth in him as a character. Like, if you watch the film, you'll know what I mean. But I think that was probably one of the least good parts of the film. But despite that, it's a really enjoyable movie. It does feel like that fun summer blockbuster, outer space adventure. There's great action scenes with like blasters, hand-to-hand combat, all that things. There's cool monsters. It was an enjoyable film. So that's all I really have. I enjoyed the film. Grogu was great. Mando was great. Yeah, comment your thoughts down below in the video, and let me know what you think about it. And if you want to talk about spoilers, please leave a disclaimer. Don't do that to people. I liked it. I would definitely see a Mandalorian and Grogu movie again in the future if that comes. And I definitely want to get caught up in the show now because I'm more interested now. But anyway, thank you guys for checking out this video. And if you like my review, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for every time I upload a new video. You will be uploaded. Again, I appreciate you guys for your time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.